Hi, this is my project, finding liminality in the Datafication Dystopia. So, have you ever become so tired in our datafication world where you just have to accept multiple privacy terms and also data sharing terms? And have you ever encountered these kind of images on Reddit or Instagram where you just can't stop staring at those images and you end up following up the whole thread? These images are called pull call images, which falls into a general category of liminal space, which embeds the idea of liminality. That's why my project aims to explore such concept of liminality and to build a liminal space for people to retreat and reflect on our dystopian world of datafication. So for my research, I look into 4 related projects which are using elements to invite liminality and criticality into the 3D space. The first one is Lawrence Lex Hotel, which is a 3D imaginary hotel that mocks the automated hospitality and aesthetics of business. It creates a liminal space using elements such as isolation, absence of human, shiny yet repellent surfaces, and more importantly, technology. Because my project wants to touch upon technological issues such as the privacy issues, this project serves as a very good example and inspiration for mine. This project is also an installation which embeds a physical liminal dimension beyond the virtual liminal dimension. And such combination of the 2 dimensions actually reinforces the immersion and help to convey the critical ideas in this project. And that's why my project wants to be an installation and also a virtual liminal space. The second project is also by Leck, but for the sake of time, I will skip it for now. The third one is by Chester Morgan, The Soft Power. It is a 3D pre-programmed simulation which delineates an utopia with elements that are soothing, timeless, and natural. What's interesting about this project is that it uses a 2D minimalistic figure to address the erasure of identity and context. Inspired by this project, I've done P5 live experiments to project the live camera capture into liminal space images. And after getting the feedbacks, I concluded that the self-identity of the camera capture actually overtakes the liminality in the background and hampers the immersion experience. That's why I want to incorporate the ideas of this project, Soft Power, into mine. And the 2D minimalistic figure could be a cure for the problem I identified. Moreover, such erasure of identity could address the privacy topic in my project. And the last project was Pascal Bashir's project in the UCCA Edge, which I fortunately have the opportunity to experience it. It is an installation liminal space, where in that liminal space, I figured that the interaction was rather passive, and I was just put at the boundary between the 2 spaces, the created space and the real world. And at that boundary point, I get to understand the connection between the 2 worlds. And I am proactively untangling the meaning of each element within the created space, which are rather contradictory and are just juxtapositioned together in the space. So all these 4 projects engage with elements, and liminal space are all about elements. That's why I go back to the Reddit page and scrape the top liminal space images and also the comments below it. What I do is that I extract the common elements and features within these kind of images and categorize them and analyze them along with the comments to explore how they invite immersion and liminality into the liminal space images. So with these elements explored, I get to create these 2D collages using these kind of elements. And in the 2D collages, I get to explore the balance between the elements of criticality, relaxation, and liminality. And based on the 2D collage, I also done some live experiments to explore the interactivity in my project. So what next? Because liminal space is both a physical and a virtual space, I aim to create an installation with ideally several screens displaying interactive 2D renderings of 3D liminal spaces. And the interactivity is designed to be a 2D live projection of the user into the screen, which also echoes Foucault's concept of the mirror, which I have explored in my literature review section. And some of my future steps are going to be to incorporate sound into the space and to do 3D whiteboard testing to test the composition of the spaces. And I welcome any feedbacks you have. Thank you.